Right now, we are looking at the old LearnDash course page, and in just a moment, we will take a look at the new and improved LearnDash course page that was just released a few hours ago today on April 7th, 2025, which LearnDash says is part of a much larger project overall to modernize and enhance the LearnDash front end. And I have to say, as a LearnDash user myself and customer, I was very happy to hear this because I feel like the LearnDash front end is very, very lackluster. If you're a LearnDash user out there, let me know whether or not you agree with me in the comments and your thoughts overall on using LearnDash as an LMS. Towards the end of this video, I will share my thoughts overall on the LearnDash LMS as well. But for now, let's focus on the course page. Now, the course page is the page of the LMS that shares information that is applicable to that specific course, as the name implies. And we're looking at it right here. And I have to say, I feel like this page is just very cringy. It is really not up to par with comparable pages on other LMS systems that are out there in the market. It is just very basic. And what we see here and what it displays is the information the user needs about the course, and it may show or hide or change information based on whether the user is a public visitor or an enrolled student in the course. Right now, we're looking at it as a public visitor. I'm in an incognito browser, but things may look different or be hidden for students, or there may be other things that are visible depending on how you set up the page, right? So looking at it here, we see the course title, the LearnDash info bar, which for a student would show their progress through the course. And then we see the course content and materials. This is commonly hidden from visitors to the course page and typically just for students. And then we see a table of the content, which you'll notice if I mouse over, it says you don't currently have access to this course. That's because I'm just not logged in to the course. All right. So let's switch it over to the new design that was just released. And to do that, we'll go into our WordPress backend. We'll go to LearnDash LMS, mouse over that, click on settings down here, and then scroll down. It's under the general tab down to appearance and toggle on under modern UI, the course page. And then we will come up here and hit the save button. Wait for that to save, and then we'll come back to the course page and refresh it to take a look at the new course page. And boom, right here, we can see the changes. They have gone to a sidebar style page with, the body content here, and then information displayed in the sidebar where a user can enroll in the course and see other information about the course. And you might recognize this because this is very reflective of the course page designs for Udemy and Coursera, two very, very large course marketplaces. They follow a similar style design. This new design and layout, looks better, but it is really helpful for people that are using Cadence theme or Astra theme or any other lightweight minimal theme without an overall page builder. You may know this, but achieving this sidebar style design is not impossible when using a page builder like Elementor or Bricks. But for users that are not using that, it is now the standard, or now possible. I shouldn't say the standard because you can still toggle it off, so it's not the default. But users that are not using those page builder plugins can now have this much, much, much better look that does not look so cringy without having those plugins, I guess, right? So I think this is a very, very big help and nice style design for a lot of LearnDash users. Now, I have said you can achieve this using an Elementor page builder or something else. So let me show you a LearnDash design that looks very well and is kind of a step up and improved with customization and custom plugin, or not custom plugins, but just extra plugins and a purchased theme. And that is LMS Mart right here. And we can see the reminiscence of it. We can see the sidebar over here with course information here. They've got a video in it. And yeah, it just looks like a very, very good course page and is clearly inspired by the Udemy and Coursera pages. I'll put a link below to LMS Mart where if you're interested in it, you can sign on over there and get signed up. And I may or may not be an affiliate. As of recording this, I'm not an affiliate, but maybe I'll become an affiliate so I can get a little bit of commission if you follow my link over there and sign up, and that would be very much appreciated. So the big point I want to make, though, is this LearnDash course page can be really built up upon with a custom theme or, an extra theme or any theme. Yeah, losing myself there. It can be really built upon with a theme or page builder. On that note, guys, I said I would share some of my thoughts overall on using LearnDash as an LMS. I do use it for a course business that I have that sells continuing professional education courses for accountants. So I've got a lot of experience with it. And what I have to say is that the LearnDash system is effective and it is quite good for using WordPress to sell a few courses, right? If you've got a site built out on LearnDash already and you want to dabble into or take a step into selling courses, LearnDash gets it done quickly and easily. But where LearnDash really kind of shows its weakness or loses its shine, in my opinion, is when you have a lot of courses and you're publishing more courses frequently. In my business, we're publishing 1 to 2 courses a week. It is not the most user-friendly to set up. And, I'll kind of elaborate on this. In setting up new courses, we have to come in here and create new topics first, and then you add the topics to the lessons in the courses, whereas you can't just really, as you would intuitively expect, just set up a course and then add the topics like as you're going through. It's kind of weird. You almost have to work in reverse, right? So I don't like that about it. And the other thing is to really make it fully functional and achieve a lot of the functionality that a standalone LMS would include, like Moodle, whether you're hosting yourself or a independently or software-backed, software as a service hosted system like Thinkific, has a lot of features bundled into it. With LearnDash, you can achieve it, but you have to add more plugins and often pay for the plugins. And then ultimately this kind of weights your website down. And as you start adding in a lot of courses and hundreds or thousands, or in my case, tens of thousands of users, the LearnDash system gets really slow. And then you have to start increasing your server capacity. I use Cloudways Vultr HF here, and my site is on a 32 gigabyte Vultr HF. That increases the cost, whereas this cost would be built in to another LMS system if you're paying for something that is a software as a service like Thinkific. So that's kind of what I don't like about LearnDash. So it is good and effective if you just want to have a few courses and already have a site on WordPress. But if you're looking to build a full-fledged course business with a lot of courses on there, LearnDash really shows the weaknesses there when it comes to kind of the power and its ability to handle a very large database. And also, when it comes to filtering courses, this is some feature that I think LearnDash could have built in, but it does not. Let's just look at this LMS Mart demo right here. And you have the grid, right? And this LMS Mart has achieved some filters through, I think, an extra plugin that comes with LMS Mart. But LearnDash does not have this built in natively. And that said, making any custom filters, which I have done on my site, tends to slow things down quite a bit. So if you have a lot of courses, hundreds of them, it is just not very efficient. It's not very easy for the user to navigate around. and it tends to slow the site down. So again, my final thought on WordPress, good if you have a WordPress site and want to sell some courses, but not the best choice of a standalone LMS if you are really looking to build a full-fledged course business or online style academy that is consistently growing and adding new courses. On that note, guys, if there's anything you feel like I left out or missed out on, let me know in the comments below. And if you found the video helpful or insightful, you know the drill. Smash that like button to help me out in the YouTube algorithm. I am calling it a wrap and signing off.